What about Bisping? About talking about, he had to have. Did he have the surgery yet?
I think he did.
Okay,
last week I think
he did have it last week. So how long is he out for? And is there any ETA on when he can fight again?
I think he had one of those. Excuse me. I think he had one of those surgeries like Ronda, where he had some stuff scoped, had some stuff taken out. It wasn't a major surgery, so he won't be out for that long.
Now everybody's talking about Yoel Romero, which rightfully so because he's right there in line. There's also been talk about him Bisping possibly fighting Anderson Silva. Let's say if Anderson takes care of business on the 11th and he gets past Brunson, who's a tough, which is a test. It's a test in itself right there. I mean, personally,
tough fight. That's a very tough fight.
Very tough fight. But I mean, the other guy does come forward throwing like 8 punches, and Anderson's good at going back. I think I'm excited for that fight. But let's say Anderson does win that fight. I, for one, am very interested in seeing an Anderson Silva Michael Bisping fight, especially because styles make fights. They fought before, and it was, somewhat controversial. Yeah. They both dropped each other. It was a good fight. It wasn't like it was a shitty fight. What do you think's next if Anderson gets past Brunson? I mean, is that...
Yeah, Anderson's got to get past Brunson, and Bisping's got to get past Yoel Romero. Yoel Romero's been floating out there for a long time, waiting for a title shot. Bisping wanted to do that grudge match with Dan Henderson. It was going to be Dan Henderson's last fight. Yeah. You know what I mean? I've always shown Henderson the respect that I felt he deserved. He's a guy who's fought everybody out there.
Oh, yeah.
So we did that fight, and he's got to defend his title now against the number one contender.
Right. Okay, good.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at what Romero did to Chris Weidman, he absolutely deserves the shot.
Yeah.
Well, at least you guys gave Weidman a nice, easy fight this time. That's always nice. Jesus Christ. That's the last guy you want to have to face coming off 2 losses is Musashi.
You know what, though? Weidman's one of the best in the world, and there's no easy fight. Chris Weidman has never had an easy fight since the day he set foot in the UFC, and neither has anybody else.
Yeah, that's true.
Very true.
That is true. That's just a scary guy to have to face. Because that Romero fight, I thought that Weidman was winning, and that was just kind of a shame for him. You're happy if you're Romero, but to see it end
But
like
at the end of the day, it's a scary fight for him, too. Yeah. Weidman's no joke.
Right.
Weidman's no joke, and Weidman's back is up against the wall right now.
That's right.
Not a fun place to be to go in and fight a guy like Weidman in that position.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, he's kind of in a must-win situation after being. I want to say he was 10 or 12-0 and then lost 2. So I kind of like the way he's handling these losses, though. Like, he wants to come back and fight again. He's not willing to walk away. So it makes you respect Weidman a lot.
Weidman is, let me tell you what, and I'm preaching to the choir here to Matt, but Weidman's one of the nicest guys you'll ever meet. He's a good guy, he's a tough guy, and he's fun to watch fight.
Yeah, he really is. What about Dana, too? What about the 145 female division now that, that was kind of set up with Cyborg in mind. What do you see with the featherweight division for women?
Yeah. It was we did it for her. And now she's in this position with USADA, and I don't know how this is going to play out. So we got to see how what happens here, which hopefully this will all get smoked out soon, and then I can figure out what to do with 145. But you know what? We got 2 of the most decorated strikers ever in the UFC fighting for the title. It sure should be a fun fight, and see how that thing ends, and then I'll go from there.